Living wisely brings honor. Story from Proverbs 19. The next day, Grandpa Joe and Daniel were walking through a quiet park. Birds chirped, and the breeze was gentle. Grandpa said, "Daniel, you're growing fast. One of the most important things you can learn is the difference between wisdom and foolishness." Proverbs 19 has a lot to say about that. Character is greater than wealth. It's better to be poor and honest than rich and dishonest, Grandpa began. Money doesn't make a person good, character does. Excitement without knowledge is no good, and rushing into things can cause mistakes. A foolish person messes up their own life, but then they get mad at God. That doesn't make sense, does it? Wealth brings many friends, but poor people are often left alone. That shows you who your true friends really are. A person who lies in court won't go unpunished. God sees everything. Learning and listening. Many people want to be friends with someone who gives gifts, Grandpa explained. But not everyone who smiles at you is loyal. If you only care about yourself, you won't be a good friend. A real friend loves through thick and thin. If you get wisdom, you love your own soul. And if you hold on to understanding, you'll succeed. Again, God says, a false witness will be punished. Don't ever lie, especially not to get out of trouble. Fools shouldn't live in luxury, and slaves shouldn't rule over princes. Some things just don't fit right. A wise person is patient, and it's honorable to forgive others. Don't always demand to be right. What you sow, you reap. A king's anger is like the roar of a lion, but his favor is like morning dew, it refreshes everything. A foolish son causes ruin, and a nagging wife is like a constant dripping faucet. Grandpa grinned. Wisdom helps both husbands and wives. You can inherit houses and money, but a good wife? That's a gift from the Lord. Laziness leads to sleep, and the lazy person will go hungry. So get up and do what needs to be done. Listen to instruction. Keep God's commands and guard your life. Despise His ways and you'll hurt yourself. If you help the poor, it's like lending to God, and He will reward you. Discipline your children while there's still hope. Don't wait until it's too late. A person with a hot temper will keep getting into trouble. If you rescue them, they'll just do it again. Accept advice. Listen to advice and accept correction, and you'll grow wise over time. You can make a lot of plans, Daniel, but in the end, it's God's purpose that will stand. A person is respected for being kind, and being poor is better than being dishonest. The fear of the Lord leads to life. It keeps you safe and content. Lazy people won't even lift their hand to feed themselves, Grandpa laughed. Can you imagine that? What to avoid? If you beat a mocker, others may learn a lesson. Correct the wise and they'll grow even wiser. A child who robs their parents or drives them away is a disgrace. If you stop listening to instruction, you'll wander away from wisdom. Some people laugh at truth and encourage others to sin. Stay far from them. Judgment is waiting for mockers, and punishment is ready for fools. As they headed home, Grandpa Joe put his hand on Daniel's shoulder and said, "Son, if you remember anything from today, remember this: wisdom listens, learns, and leads to life. But foolishness always brings regret. Choose wisdom and choose it every day."